Hello, I'm Brian Hetrich. I'm the greenhouse manager at Hippocrates Health Institute. So I grow all the sprouts and the wheatgrass, and I also look after the organic garden, and I grow vegetables year-round for the benefit of our guests and deliver them fresh to the kitchen. And I also look after our fruiting trees here on campus. So I'm the master grower here at the world's premier health encounter. And for this afternoon's topic, I'd like to talk a little bit about the seeds. The seeds are one of my favorite topics, as are all the plants. The more I do gardening, the more I get into the plants and the trees and the seeds, the more respect I get for nature. Each and every seed has all of the information that it needs in order to grow into a giant tree or a bush or a plant someday, capable of propagating itself forever. So right here between my thumb and forefinger is magic. We're talking about infinite potential. And seeds come in many different sizes and shapes and colors. These happen to be mung bean seeds. And here we have some green lentil seeds mixed in with some French lentils. And these are an excellent source of protein, an excellent source of energy. You can use the seeds either in their cooked form, which we don't really recommend here, or you can sprout them. Sprout them is chemically cooking the seeds themselves without the application of heat. And so more of the nutrients are available to the human body when you use sprouted seeds. Here we have some adzuki bean seeds with their beautiful lustrous burgundy color. And here we have some red lentils. And let's see what else we have over here. Here we have some fenugreek seeds. And then we have some clover seeds. And we have some peas. These are pea shoots, or peas for shoots. I go through about 380 pounds of wheatgrass every week here at Hippocrates, of the wheatgrass seeds, that is. And the wheatgrass seeds, as all seeds, will yield many, many times their dry seed size. So in the case of wheatgrass, each and every seed will yield 30 times its weight and volume. And so 380 pounds of seeds translates into a lot of grass. And I go through about 110 pounds of sunflower seeds every week here at Hippocrates. And here we have some sunflower seeds. So while seeds come in many different shapes and sizes, the smallest of the seeds is the orchid flower. The orchid flower seeds are microscopic. They're invisible to the human eye. A single orchid seed pod may contain more than 3 million orchid seeds. The largest of the seeds is from a tree that is native to the Seychelles, which is in the Indian Ocean. And that seed is actually it's called a coco de mer. And it's very similar to this one. This is also a seed, and you might recognize this as a coconut. But coconuts, this is a small one, may range in size up to about 8 or 10 pounds for a really large coconut. The coco de mer nut, which is also from a rare type of palm in the Seychelles Islands, actually can get up to 40 pounds in size. So some of the seeds we can eat them raw, and some of them we have to do a little preparation before we can eat them. We have to grow them. So for example, we can eat sunflower seeds raw. We can also eat things like macadamia nuts raw, and pine nuts, and these nuts, things like walnuts and pecans and pistachios, are also a type of seed. All seeds should be soaked prior to using them, just to release the enzyme inhibitors. So when we soak seeds, we're actually creating a chemical reaction with the seed itself, and enzymes are released. So prior to soaking, the seed is dormant. It's actually sleeping. And it has a natural preservative called enzyme inhibitors, which actually keep the seed for a long period of time, and it is waiting for the rain to come. So the soaking simulates as though rain has fallen onto the seed, and this releases the enzyme inhibitors, and it wakes the seed up. Then the seed realizes, oh, it's time to grow into a giant tree or a bush or a plant. And cell division occurs, and new tissue is created from the soaking process. And the seed, some of them are quite hard, and for example, mung bean seeds or adzuki bean seeds are as hard as rocks, and we would break our teeth if we tried to eat the seed in its ungerminated form. So the soaking process wakes the seed up. The seed begins to grow, it begins to germinate, and the seed will begin to swell, and it becomes soft and tender. And the vitamin content, the mineral content, the phytonutrient content, the enzyme content skyrockets during this very early germination stage. So to demonstrate, we grow a lot of sprouts here at Hippocrates. I grow a dozen different varieties of sprouts every day, 365 days a year. And for growing the sprouts, we first measure the seeds and then add them to a sprouting vessel, like a mason jar. And the purpose of the sprouting vessel is to make soaking and rinsing the seeds more convenient. So this is my favorite kind of sprouting vessel. There are many different types of sprouting vessels out there, and they all work reasonably well. Each one has its own pros and cons. A 1-quart wide mouth mason jar is both inexpensive and it's convenient, and it's relatively easy to clean. So I pour my seeds into the mason jar, and then I add fresh filtered water to start the germination process. So I add about a half a cup of seeds and 2 cups of water, and I let the seeds soak for 8 hours. Different seeds have different soak times. For mung beans, that happens to be 8 hours, as it is for most of the beans and legumes, things like adzuki beans and lentils and fenugreek, garbanzo, and most of the nuts require an 8-hour soak time. After 8 hours, then I'm going to drain the soak water off. A convenient way of draining them from the mason jar is to simply use a sprout lid like this. The sprout lid is threaded to fit in place of the standard lid on a wide mouth mason jar, only it has holes in it. And then I simply invert the jar to drain the water off. And then I return the jar upside down to the drain pan or to the base of the sink, or you can keep your jars at a 45-degree angle in a dish rack. And I rinse twice a day for a total of 3 days. So for rinsing, I turn the jar upright again, and then I pour fresh, filtered, room temperature water right through the holes in the lid, fill the jar about halfway full, swish it around a little bit to make sure all the seeds get covered, and then immediately invert the jar to drain the water off, and return the jar upside down to the drain pan or to the base of the sink. Twice a day for 3 days. And by the end of day 3, you'll have a mason jar that's about halfway full of these wonderful green mung bean sprouts. And you're finished. Wasn't that easy? You're finished when the tail or the root of the sprout is about the same length as the diameter of the seed itself, about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch long. This is when it's the sweetest, when it's the most tender, and when it's the most nutritious. And what you're not going to use right away, you can store them dry in the refrigerator where they'll keep for up to 5 days. Just replace the standard lid, the sprout lid, with the standard lid that comes with the jar. And every day you just take a few of the sprouts out of the jar, add them to your other sprouts you've been growing to build your lunch and your dinner salad. So we do serve other food here besides the sprouts. We serve a dozen different varieties of sprouts. Every sprout mines different minerals from the earth as it grows. So by having a variety of sprouts in your diet, you're getting a complete balanced nutritional profile. And we teach our guests here in our signature service, the 3-week Life Transformation Program, to have 50% of their diet sprouts and 50% of their diet vegetables, raw vegetables. So we have specially prepared recipes here that we have specially trained chefs that will prepare the food in such a way to make it delicious. So today we had chickpea hummus, and we also had tabbouleh. Earlier this week we had tacos, all raw vegan. We don't use any animal products here. We sometimes will serve pizza, raw vegan pizza, and nothing cooked, no application of heat. And sometimes we serve a kelp noodle salad. We serve a nut-based entree 2 days a week, and we serve a specialty salad 2 days a week. We serve avocado 2 days a week, and we fast 1 day a week. Wednesday is fasting day. Every single study that's ever been done on animals shows that when you cut the calorie intake in half, the lifespan doubles. And when you cut the calorie intake in half and you fast 1 day a week, the lifespan of the laboratory test animals triples. So the goal here is to have a calorie-poor, nutrient-rich diet. What your body really needs is nutrients, specifically the micronutrients, the vitamins and the minerals and the phytonutrients and the enzymes. So I invite you to come and visit us here at Hippocrates Health Institute. You can come just for a meal. We are open 365 days a year, and you can come for lunch or dinner and purchase a meal here and experience the wonderful buffet that we prepare here all the time. Christmas is just around the corner. We do a special meal for Christmas Day, and we also do a little bit of a celebration for New Year's Eve. We invite you to come and join us for one of those special holidays. We might even have a little fireworks off the lake. I'm not really sure. You never know. But we'll have something a little bit special, all raw vegan. Hippocrates is the oldest continuously running natural wellness center in the world. And we still use, for after over 60 years, sprouts and wheatgrass juice and green drinks and pure water, sunshine, fresh air, adequate rest, positive thinking, all organic food, all plant-based, and all of it raw. And we have seen, in more cases than not, people overcome their health challenges just by creating the right substances, forces, influences, and conditions. Your body is a miraculous, self-healing, self-repairing machine. All we have to do is get out of our own way and let the body take care of itself by giving it the right substances, forces, influences, and conditions, what we were designed for, the diet that we were designed to eat. So I wish you all a long, healthy, and happy life, and I hope that you can come and visit us here in West Palm Beach. And if you do, look me up, and I would like to personally greet you and shake your hand. So have a great day, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Bye-bye. If you would like to learn more about how to grow sprouts and wheatgrass, there's an excellent book that I can recommend, Growing Your Own Living Foods. This is my book. This is a culmination of my many, many years of experience and training and practice from growing sprouts and wheatgrass. So everything I've learned is in here. This book is available at the Hippocrates Health Institute store. You can buy it online from our Hippocrates website. It's also available on Amazon. And there's also a DVD, which is a how-to training class on how to grow the best wheatgrass and the best sprouts. This is also available at the Hippocrates store. So thank you all very much and have a great day.